Good evening. How's everyone doing? This is Debbie, the North Carolina Stitcher. This is video number 36. It is Wednesday, March the 3rd, 2021. And I'm here for my update and a WIP parade. I'm going to do a partial WIP parade like I said I was probably going to do in my last video. But I have a lot of WIPs, and I have a little bit of haul, and my plans are basically going to be the same as they have been so far. I've really gone crazy over sales. I've started 3 new sales. I got 1 in the wings waiting, and I just don't know what to do with myself. I got so many sales going. In the month of February, I did started 3 new projects, and I did 14,223 stitches. Now in January, I did 15,882 stitches, which is the most I've ever stitched in a month. So I'm still stitching a lot, maybe not quite as much as I was in January, but I'm trying to keep up stitching. So I'm going to show you my WIPs. There's 2 or 3 new starts in here that I'm just going to put in with my, as I show them, I'll tell you if it's a start. And most of them are, like I said, sales. The first one I'm going to show you is going to be the Monofolk embroidery stitch along. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. It's really nice. I love it. We are on part 3, which is March, which I think I'm going to take it out of here so you can see what all I got done so far, for the most part. I hate to take it all the way totally out of the key snap, but that's what I've got done. I've started there. Here's right here is just the beginning of March. That's January, February done. This is on a 32 count Lugana, and when I'm using 3750 and 932 for the threads. Yeah, I really like it. And it's fun to stitch, but there's just a lot of stitching with it, and it just takes a long time to get this done. I was stitching, I think I stitched 13 or 14 days on this last month. So, but I really want to keep it up, but I don't know if I'll be able to all year or not, but I'm trying my best right now to get it, keep it going. Anyway, there's that one. I worked on it last night a little bit. I'll probably work on it some more tonight. The ones that are in Q-snaps are the ones that I'm in the process of working on at this point. Okay, don't lose my papers. Now here is one that I worked on, that I started. This is the Wienberg Winter Sal, and this is on a 40 count color cotton fabric, and I'm using sulky 12 weight sulky white, and I'm not enjoying stitching this at all. And it's not the pattern. I think it's this fabric. I'm not crazy about it, but I think it's the fabric with the thread combo. I don't think it's actually the fabric. It's just, I don't really like it for this. I mean, it looks really nice, but it's just not fun to stitch. This is most of part 1, and there's 3 parts out now. I worked on this the other night, but I might try it one more time, but if it's not going to be fun, I'm not going to keep doing it. I may just find me get me another piece of fabric and try to restore it. I'm not sure yet. Can't decide. Cannot decide. Okay, here's the one. This is the color, the linen and threads. I just got started on this. I hadn't decided whether I was going to actually do it, and then I decided I was going to, and here's all I've gotten done so far. That much of the of the frame. This was where February goes. So I might go ahead and put that block in and then work some more on the frame, but March goes in here. It's definitely not going to be kept up with. But I've got it started anyway. Here is the Jan Houtman Sal. They release a part a week, a certain section a week. Yeah, I work on this one usually on Saturday and Sundays, and that way I can get the section done. But this last weekend, I had some issues with it, but I got it done. Here it is, up to date right now. Here's that part down there with the alphabets is where I was this last week's. It's fun. But I made a mistake in the alphabets, and I actually need to get them exactly the way it's supposed to be. I need to get them, take them out from, say, the C on over, the M on over, and the V on over. No. I got them where everything, where it lines up to where everything over here is where it should be if it was in the right spot, so I'm not going to, you really can't tell it, so I'm not going to worry about it. If it was something that was going to mess it up or something, I would change it, but nah. So that one's up to date, which I really want to keep this one up to date this year. That'll be a big one at the end of the year I get finished. Here is the Jade Band Sampler. I like this, and it's on a band. I've never done it on a band. I usually just do it on a piece of linen, but this year I'm doing it on a banding, and it's a linen banding. It's 28 count, and you do it over one. If it was a even weave banding, I know I'd like it a lot better. It's just irritating, but it's not too bad stitching it. This is up to week 8. I usually do these on Friday nights, so that's how far that one is. It really, the thread looks so dark. It is a really dark green. It's, if I had it to do over again, I would get a little lighter green. But what you gonna do? That's what I did. So let's see here. Here is a couple of new sounds I started. These are Tempting Tangle Stitch Along that I have had for a while, and I've been wanting to get them started. And I finally decided I was going to start a couple of them. This is God in My Heart. Last year I did God in My Garden. This is a second, I think there's going to be 3 in all. This is the second part. This is just the first part of the sound right there. I really enjoyed stitching that, which it's done now. I mean, all the parts are already out. But this is on a 32 count Lugana. That's my, if I don't stitch on 40, 32 count Lugana, it's my favorite. I love Lugana. This one is Solitude Mystery Sampler, which is, this is a band sampler. And I got the Call for Dinky Dies. I started this the other night. This is part of the first part. I'm almost done with it. I'm going to finish this part. This is the first, and this is what's out now. So I'm up to date just about. But I got a few more, you know, down here to go, and then it goes over here, and then it goes down. So, but that just came out a few days ago, so I've got time to get that done before part 2 comes out. I used to always keep up with her sales. I have like 3 or 3, I think, that I did and kept up with as we were doing. So, and here is the. This one. Enjoy the Sunshine. This one is not done, but it's close. It's got, I think they're on like 13 or 14 and there's 16 parts in it. This is with the Call for Dinky Dies. And the fabric is 32 count and it's by Be Stitch Me. It's called Lemon. She actually dyed this one for this sale. And here's my thread. And I have a new sale that I couldn't resist, even though the thing is huge and I'm already way far behind, but it's right up my alley. It's called the Grand Verlinden. Let's see if I can find it. I know I got here it is. By Quiltify Designs off of Etsy. There it is. And you get 3 colorways. You get to choose. I want you to just tell me what to put, what color to put on there, and then if I decide I want to change it, I will. But not that I've got that, you know. But you got 3 different colorways. You can mix and match them, whatever you want to do. But anyway, that's what it's going to look like. It is, like I said, huge. I'm doing it on a 40 count fabric from Victorian Motto. I think it's called Sand, maybe. Not really sure. Needs ironing, excuse me, because I just took off the Q-snap and stuck it in there. Oh, this is the back. Can't see much on that way, can you? I'm so sorry. I'm just not quite with it today. That's all I've got done so far. I've got the alphabets and a couple of motifs, and that's just part 1. Part 3 just came out. I'm doing this with 115 DMC and 535, I think, is the gray. So that's one of my very favorite kind of designs to stitch is from Verlinden samplers. So that and Quakers, of course. So that might be all my sales for now that I'm working on. Okay, I have another new start, and it's called Heritage Birds, and this is by Cliffside Stitches. I've got several patterns of theirs, and I don't think there's a picture here. No, there's not a picture. But anyway, here's my start, and it's on 30 something. Let's see if I got it written down right here. This is on 30 count Mariner's Map by Legacy Linen, and I'm using the Call for DMCs. This is all I got started so far. There's lots of little blocks, and then there's birds in each one, and it's got a lot of blue in it, which I really like. There's a blue one and a red colorway. You can do either one, but I'm doing the blue one. Hopefully I get to work on this some more soon. It's hard when you have all these sales that are behind, but I may as well I'm going to have to just decide that I'm not going to keep up with most of these. Some of these I'm trying, but some of them I'm just not going to make it. I should have another one here, but I don't know where it went. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. Found it. And it's this one right here. This is my Christmas one I'm working on the 25th. I work on Christmas, 25th of the month. And this is Happy Christmas. I worked on this last month and this month. I really love this. This is a 40 count Vertil, white Vertil, and it's got needlepoint ink silks. It is beautiful. There's a lot of stitching in those motifs. I finished this one off, the little one with the bird. I had the bottom part, and I did this month. I did around 500-600 stitches on that, so. Well, that was for February, the 25th, so. I'll probably work on that again. Here is a sampler from my mother. This is the one I work on. No, wait a minute. This is not the sampler from my mother. This is the Quiltify one. Oops. Here is a sampler from my mother. I work on this on the 12th of the month. The 12th of January was my mother's birthday. And so on every 12th of every month, I'm trying to work on this sampler as a memorial to my mother. So, and this is by RTM. I finished those big green flower thingies in the middle this last month. Can't see what you're seeing, so. So I got that done. I sure would love to have this finished this year. But I don't know, there's still a lot of stitching to do. We'll see. And on the 4th, I'm stitching Patriotic. And the last 2 months I've stitched on One Nation, Bygone Stitches. Here's a picture of it, which I didn't even show you. A picture of the sample from my mother. Lord, help me. And I finally got over to the part where I can start doing the stripes and then start putting the states' names in. I mean, I haven't got all the blue done yet, but I've got over to that part. So. So see, now I've started doing the red stripe. This is on 28 count Ale by Picture This Plus. And I'm doing this with the Call for DMC colors. I know I've been trying to, well, my goal is to stitch on a Halloween one on the 13th. But the 13th was this month, was on a weekend. So I needed to, I didn't want to get behind on my Jan Houtman or my I stitch band sampler, so I forewent that one, even though I did do the mother one. But I don't want to get behind on those, so I went ahead and just didn't do that this month. So that is all my WIPs. So that's all I got WIPs wise as far as my current WIPs that I'm working on this month. I'm going to go ahead and show you my haul, and then I'll go to some WIP Parade. First of all, I ordered me one of these bitty boards from Fat Quarter Shop. Also joined their floss of the month. I can't remember what they call them now, but anyway, I've got the needlepoint ink silks. I love those silks, but I haven't gotten any of those yet. I just joined a week or so ago, so I haven't received any of the fabrics yet, or the stitches, the thread. I got a few patterns, not many. I'm trying my best not to buy a lot of patterns. I have been buying a few on Etsy. It's not good either. But anyway, I've got this one. It says Lucy Beam. There's a sale going on. There's a Facebook group, Lucy Beam, Though He Seemeth Sleeping Sal. I went ahead and bought the pattern. Lovely. I'm going to do it on a 46 count. I've got 46 in there. I should have a piece of fabric that'll work for it. But the verse says, dark the night and wild the wave, Christ the boat is keeping. Trust in him and have no fear, though he seemeth sleeping. I really love that little verse. And I decided, since I've been wanting to try these for eons, so that's why I'm going to use 46 count, because I've got I ordered these 103s to stitch it. So now I got that ready to go. Just got to get the fabric. Then, of course, I bought Catherington, 1882 by Needlework Press. I am a sucker for red alphabet samplers. Or alphabet samplers, period. I also got Pineberry Lane, Elizabeth Baker, 1844. I don't think I showed this to you, but I could have. I might just have this sitting over there with those, because I'm going to try to kit it up. I don't know. Pretty. I love it. I like Pineberry Lane. They've got some really pretty designs. Then I got, this is one I bought on Etsy. It's from Willow Hill Sampling. It's Spring Gathering. I want to do this pretty soon. I want to start this as a small, so maybe I can get a finish pretty soon, because I need a finish. I haven't had any so far this year. Also on Etsy, I got a few other ones. I'll see if I can show it to you without, if you can see it. This is let me see if I can dim my brightness a little bit. There you go. You can kind of see. You can see it pretty good there. This is called Mini Quaker Sampler Cross Stitch Pattern from Happy Mood Point on Etsy. M-O-O-D. Happy M-O-O-D Point. Okay, and then I got several from this one. They were on sale and they're still on sale for 60% off. This one was $3.90. It's called Cozy Stitch Designs. It's 3 samplers. Well, I won't go that way, but it's kind of hard to see that one. Got that one. These are two kind of similar ones, but I think this is kind of like a anniversary sampler or a wedding sampler. I might do that for me and my husband, because it's a Quaker and I like Quakers. And then this one right here, as you see, and these were all really inexpensive. They were all 60% off. They're still 60% off, and The name of the store is Cozy Stitch Designs, all one word, COSY, STITCHDESIGNS on Etsy. This one, that last one I showed you was $3.90 on sale from $9.75 is what the normal price is. It's 60% off, and it ends in 21 hours, which it is like 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right now on the 3rd. So I'm gonna try to get this uploaded as soon as I get done. So you know, if you want to, you'll have a chance to go over there and get it. I bought this one. This thing's huge. There's a big one and a small one. I thought, oh, I'll just get the big one. I didn't realize what I was doing. This is called American Flag cross stitch pattern, and it's stars, and it's like, it's huge. It's like ridiculously huge. And this one is My Treasured Island. My, in a space, and then treasure. Yeah, Treasure Island. I'm sorry, my eyes are just, thank God for my lamp. Oh, here's that Heritage Birds. I'll show that to you. The ones I started. That way you can see what it looks like. Kind of. It's not easy to see those, but anyway, that's what I'm stitching, and that's what I bought. I have a hard time keeping away from Etsy too. This is my floss of the month from Victoria Clayton. This is the variegated and this is the variegated ones. This is the solid of the month. This is number 5. I am so obsessed with her fabric, her threads. And then I got Bestitch Me. This is Sand Dollar. I'm not gonna check it out. You can see. I'm sure you've seen it. This is 40 count Vertical. These are all from Dying for Cross Stitch. This is called Lighthearted. All these are Vertical too. This one is Pale Ale. And here is Spring Green. And then I ordered, she had some just white Vertical, which I like. I can dye that myself if I want to. I think I got a half a yard of that. So that's all my haul for now. I got an order from 123 Stitch coming. It's mostly fabrics and 32 count. I'm trying to fill my holes with fabric. I mean, I've got tons of fabric, but I'm trying to fill what holes I've got with fabric that I need for before my husband retires in 2 months. His last day working will be the 30th of April. So I'm sure he's very excited. I'm excited, but kind of a little bit iffy too, but I'll just be glad to get all his Social Security straightened out. So now I'm going to start on my WIP Parade. And so here we go. Here we go. I don't know, I'm not sure how many I got in this bin, but I'm going to do this bin and that's going to be it. I'm only at 10 minutes. Oh, no, wait a minute. I had some. This is the second part of the video, but I don't think it's more than 15. This is called Patchwork by Jan Houtman. I do love some Jan Houtman. And I'm not sure about this fabric. I've had this fabric for a long time. It's a kind of a thin, it's probably a Witchelt. But I'm afraid it's dingy and like yellowy, and this is hand-dyed fibers. I'm not sure if that's going to, I don't know if I should start over or not. If I do, though, I might finish out some of this and then just have this as a partial. Go down to like a square and just, you know. And then start over with the whole big design, because I love that design. That's the design I first saw that got me hooked on Jan Houtman patterns. And still to this day, it's my favorite one. So, okay, here is. Oh, and also Stickadine von der Weenberg. I love her too. I found both of them about the same time, back in the early 2000s. This is another one of her sales. This is Quaker Mystery Sal back in 2008, I think. I'm about halfway done with this one, but I would like to get it finished. So it's long. I'm doing this with I think this is a 32 count. I'm not going to swear to it, but I think it is, because that's before I wrote down stuff like that. And it's with DMC. which I like. Which I do use a lot of overdyes, and I do use quite a bit of silks. I got the Vicky Claytons and all these different silks, and I've been using them. Because what's the use to buy them if you're not going to use them? This is one of the first ones I started back when I came back to stitching in 2016. It's hard to believe I've been stitching since 2016 regularly. I've never stitched for that length of time, before, without quitting. Because I've always stayed pretty much with one or two different sales, and I'd get bored or get frustrated, and I just quit stitching. Wouldn't stitch for 10 years or whatever, 5 years. And then all of a sudden I'd get a wild hair, and I'd decide, I think I want to stitch again. And I don't know what got me started this last time. I think I was watching a lot of BookTube because, I was reading a lot of books back in 2016. And I kept seeing stuff saying Flosstube, Flosstube. I said, what the heck's Flosstube? And I clicked on one, and it was Jessie Murray Does Stuff. And that was the first time. And I looked on there, and I said, an hour video? Because, book videos are not that long, most of them. They've gotten to, I think lately they've gotten longer. But I thought, how in the world are they talking about this for an hour? So I sat there and started watching her, and next thing I know, I'm hooked. This is called Harvest Band Sampler. I loved all the colors in it. Whoa. And this is Leisure Arts, a sampling of tradition. It's got a bunch of different samplers in it. There's a lot of cute samplers in this book, of this type of sampler. And I didn't get very far with it because I'm a slacker. Because I have to, I see this and start this and say, no, I see something else and say, ooh, let me go start that. And they, ooh, let me go start that. That's my problem. That is my problem. Anyway, here's how far I got. Isn't that cute? I need to work on that one. I don't think, if I got to work on this, it would not take me a long time to finish it. I mean, it'd probably take me a week or two if I worked on it pretty regularly, but not that long. I could just put that in my to-do right now bin, and maybe I could, stick it in between all these sales. Like I said, I'm never going to keep up with them anyway, so most of them. But I don't want to get to where I feel like I have to, because if I feel like I have to, then it becomes more of a chore, and it gets frustrating because I can't, and it's just, I don't know. So I'm going to try my best not to make myself feel like I have to do it. As long as I download all the parts and have them, then I'll be okay. This is 3 Things Sampler by Moira Blackburn. I started this last year, or I think the year before last. I started on Ada, which I don't have a problem with Ada. This is with the Call for DMC. That's all I got done. This is on 18 count with the Call for DMC. I've got several of hers that that I want to do. I want to restart the Time and Season sampler. It's one of my very favorites. Started a few years ago, had a mistake, had to rip it out, and made a hole in my fabric, and I just forget that crap. So I hadn't restarted it, but I did have it just restart. Here's another Quiltify Designs, and this is a Bristol sampler, Bristol Orphanage sampler. That is another Quiltify Designs. I think that's Drew, Benjamin Drew. I think it might be Benja. Let's see. Maybe it says on here. Yeah, Benjamin Drew. All right. Anyway, here's what it looks like. This thing is huge. It's like about 40 pages. And I didn't want it to be so big that so I decided I was going to do it on 28 count over 1. That's all I got done. It's like each one of them letters is like hundreds of stitches, it seems like. But it's really pretty. I love it. I like stitching over one like that. And I'm using 321. And I got a cone of that, so I have plenty of that thread. I want to work on that one too. Oh, here's a little one. Oh, this is just the Quiet Please Stitcher at work. Cross Stitcher at work. I need to make a copy of this because it's getting pretty ragged before I lose it, because I don't even know if you can even get that anymore. I started this on 18 count Ada, and this is with I think it's 4051 from Sulky. That's all I got. You can't really call that a start. I swear. Here's one that I bought. This is one of my unicorn shorts. Finally found it on eBay with all the DMC thread with it. So I decided, I'm gonna start this one. And it's this one right here, Red Sky at Night. And this is one of the hard copy ones. I got this from back when, before they even started reprinting them. I think I didn't pay that much for it. It had the thread. I think I only paid like $13 for that when they had the thread and everything. But it's another one that I haven't got very far on. This is Monaco, 28 count Monaco. That's all I got done, just a little bit of the border. Oh, me. But it's there when I want to do it. Oh, my other cool patterns. So I have to keep reaching down, but I have anywhere up here to set this, so I had to set it down there on the floor. Cardinal Points by the Long Dog Samplers and the Gentle Arts. I saw this on Facebook, on one of my Facebook groups back a couple years ago, and I just like, oh my gosh, I gotta have that. I got the DMC, I got the Gentle Arts pack from somebody on Etsy. Not Etsy, on eBay. They were selling the pack for it. I hope I have enough. Well, I decided I was going to do it on, this might be 22 count over 1. I think it's what it is. Or it could be 25 count. It might be 25 count. Whatever. I got it written down here maybe. Yeah, this is 25 count over 1. That's all I got done there. But I think once I get going on that thing, it's going to be really pretty. I would need to serge those edges. Or so, well, I don't have a serger, so I whip stitch it. I don't think I need to do that before I start stitching on that. So with me doing it over 1 on 25 count, I think I should have plenty of thread. Hopefully anyway. Because I don't, who knows how old these are and, how the dialights change on those threads. I'll stick it in there so I won't forget the fabric. Okay, here is one I started actually this past year. With with the pandemic, I thought this was apropos. This is called All Soulsverland, and it's got skulls. This is on a 40 count vertical. There's as far as I got, which I love this. I don't know why I don't take it out and do it. There's my first little skull right there. It looks like it's with black, but it's not. This is a Silks for You. No, wait a minute. Let me see what this is. This is a Dying for Cross Stitch silk. Or not silk, but fabric. I think these are just regular thread. Let me see if it says silk. No, it's just cotton. And it's, this was before she named them. It's really dark. You see, oh yeah, that shows the color really well. And this might be for some like, it's not quite that bright. Like accent. I haven't put any accent in yet, but I may put some of that in there. So, but I hadn't decided yet. But yeah, that's one I really want to do. I thought that would be good to do. I thought, if I finish this year, 2020, and that could be my ode to the pandemic. But no, that didn't quite work out for me. But I love this fabric. Look at that, beautiful lavender, and it's gorgeous. I love 40 count, but I really am not crazy about linen. I do have a lot of linen. I do stitch on a lot of linen, but my favorite is the even weave. Pink Sparrow Sampler. I think my favorite linen, or my favorite so far, has been the Victorian Motto, and that's what this is. Pink Sparrow by Bernard Gervais, and this is on 40 count with the colorful threads, and this is, I think it's Gentle Arts. Something. Either, it's one of those. That's as far as I've gotten. And I really enjoy doing it. I might have changed a color or two of these because of the color of the fabric and the color of some of the threads was kind of fading into it, so I might have changed some. I think it's it's Weeks Dye Works. So there's that one. Not too bad, not too bad. I still have a few to go in here. And this one is Anne Grimshaw. I love this, love this, love this. Why I'm not working on it? Because I got so many sounds. That's exactly why. I'm doing this on a 40 count. This is vintage mocha or country mocha, vintage country mocha. I thought I had more than that done. That's all I got done. That one motif. That's a long way from the end. I started it with black, like it calls for, and this is on some kind of 40 count something. No, 30. Heck if I know. I think it's 32 count something. That's how far I got on the one, and then I decided I saw one on the group, on the Sal group, that's stitched with Versois 136 and 134. These two colors right here. And I fell in love with that thing. Downloaded a picture of it so that I could kind of go by how they did it, even though I think I'm doing it a little differently than they did. I mean, on the different color placements. But, and then I've just let it languish in my WIP file for who knows how long. I need to go and take that other fabric out of there and go ahead and take that out and maybe I can use it for something else. That's what I need to do. Because I got lots of big projects that need big fabric. It's a prize. Winifred Glark by Pineberry Lane. I like this. It's only got like a few colors. It's only got like 3 colors. 1 gas and 2 DMCs. And that is cool. I'll take this. There we go. Ain't that pretty? All that red. I love that red. And I'm doing this on Vintage Country Mocha, 32 count, I'm pretty sure. Because that's my go-to. If it ain't 40, it's 32. And this is what I got done so far. Maybe it's on 40. I can't tell. I probably could if yeah, 32 count. And this is what I got done. Just a little bit, a couple of letters and the top part of the outline, or the, what do you call it? Frame. So. Some of these I hadn't seen for a while, but some of these I've actually worked on not too long ago. This is one I started this past summer, I think. The road to a friend's house is never long. And I'm doing this on 40 count, 32 count Joblin. I think I'm using DMC. And yeah, those flowers are a little fiddly because there's 2 or 3 different colors in there. But you know, I think once I get past that part, it won't be quite as fiddly. But it's not bad. It's called Rose Marta. This is from Under the Sea Fabrics. Which I'm not usually crazy about Joblin, but I like that pretty good. It does seem as, you know, squishy as some of the other Joblins I've used. Okay, this is... I wonder how many times I've said this is. Colonial Flowers Revisited by Homespun Elegance. This is the first one that I ever tried to do on 40 count. And as an experiment, I thought, well, I'm going to try it because I got my lamp, my magnifying light. I thought, you know, I'm going to try that. No, actually, I was using my mag eyes back then. That's all I had was mag eyes. I said, I'm going to try this and see if I can see it because I love the, you know, how everyone shows their 40 count. I said, I want to do 40 count. I've never tried it before. But there's where I've got with it. It was fun. I love it. This is mallow linen, the cheap linen you get from Zweigart, which, oh well, inexpensive. It's a good quality linen in my opinion. I have quite a bit of this. And so I'm about, well, getting close to halfway done with it. Well, a third of the way done with it. I'm using the Call For threads, which is Classic Colorworks and Weeks and some DMC, I think. I think my stuff's going to start falling in the floor behind me. One thing good about WIP Parade is that you get to look at all of your WIPs that you haven't seen in a long time, and that way it makes you more conscious of them. So maybe you will want to get them out and work on them. This is 1831 Brick House by Tree of Life Samplings. I think I started this either 2021 or 2020 or 2019. I can't. I haven't done Stitch Mania in a couple of years. I think my last one was 2019, 2018. Because in 2019 we bought this house, and then this past year I just didn't do it. Because I have so many WIPs now. I've got about 150 WIPs. There's all I got on that. This is on that mellow. I think it's mellow. No, maybe it's not. I'm not sure what that is. I don't think it's mellow though. It's 40 count, whatever it is. I usually try to keep the cards down in my, everything together, but it's not in here, of course. Oh, here it is. I'm going to put it on the back of my pattern. It's 40 count light mocha, Newcastle lemon. So. All of us people looking for our tags for our fabric, and if I could find a way to organize to do this, it'd be so much better. But I don't have the room. This is The Little Gift by Kathy Barrick. This is really cute. I'm not going to put the words in the middle. I'm going to do something different there. I'm not using the needlepoint ink silks. I'm using color and cotton threads and some Carrie's Creations. And this is vintage country mocha. That's as far as I've got. It's really pretty. And it shouldn't take long to finish that because it's small. But deciding what I'm going to put in the middle of it is another thing. I'm not sure what I'm going to put in there yet. But I will find something. Aha, it got closer to me. Mary Wynn Farms. I started this a couple of years ago. This is Mary Ann Stinson, 1859. There's a picture. I'm doing this with the Call for wools. This is Gentle Arts wools. That's what I've got done so far. And this is on I believe this is 32 count. Yeah, 32 count. Something. Looks like it might be. I don't know what it is. Right offhand. It don't look like country milk. Kind of looks like country mocha, but it doesn't. And it's not because it's on both sides. I think this is a silk weaver. But I'm not sure what one it is. I worked on this one this year too. It's been a while since I've worked on this one. This is a Rose of Sharon by Mirabilia. And I got the picture in here. I'm sure most of you know what, if you know what Mirabilias are, you know what it looks like. Only Mirabilia I've ever done. I'm not really into the ladies. I mean, I think they're beautiful, but they're just not for me. And this is one about one of my oldest WIPs. And it's on the call for whatever it was. I went to the cross stitch store at the time that was around, but and just told them give me what it called for. And that's as far as I've gotten. This up here at the top is confetti heavy. I'm not much of a confetti stitcher. But when I worked on it this year, I thought, I really need, I think I'm going to get it out and start working on it and try to get it finished. This is one that calls for no beads or no specialty threads, no sparkly or anything like that. So that's good for me. Okay, here's another long dog. No, this long dog, or is this ink circles? Oh, yeah, long dog. I'm doing this with sulkies. Those are just solid sulkies. And it's on a 22 count. This is as far as I've gotten. And let's see. Okay, it goes this way. Like that. Let's pull my phone off of the floor. Wouldn't be good. I just bought me a new phone, and we decided we've been with Verizon for probably 10 years, so we decided we were going to switch to Spectrum. My husband's been wanting to do something cheaper since he's getting ready to retire, so he's going to do something a little less expensive. So we go to Spectrum. Well, my phone bill is less with my phone payment than my phone bill was with no phone payment over there at Verizon. So, but I don't think the service is the service is quite as good as Verizon, but we'll see as time goes on, This is Quaker Season of Friendship by Crown and Thistle. And I'm doing this on 40 count vertical. That's what I've done so far. It's hard to tell what that thread, the thread's of green, blue. It is Mrs. Sadis. And it's Darling is the name of the thread. Beautiful thread. And when I saw this one, I just had to have it, and then here I did. I'm just crazy. I'm just crazy. Well, I shouldn't say that because, it's getting, you don't mean anything by it when you say you're crazy. And then, people say, well, people get offended that have mental health issues. Well, sorry if I offended somebody. It's just a habit to say things like that without really thinking about it, because it's just not that. It's just the way things were. It's just different. I don't want to make anyone feel bad, so. This is Elizabeth Weston, 1830. I love that. It's got lots of pink in it. Pink is one of my favorite colors. I have this beautiful bag from made by Mama Joan. She's my very favorite bag maker. Got a few of her bags. I hadn't bought any bags in a long time because I figure, I really need to stop buying bags. This is Wild Honey, 37 count. I got this at Sassy Jack's back when I went there a couple of years ago. And that's as far as I got. This is called for needlepoint ink silks. No, Swan LJ. But I can do it. I love Hands Across the Sea samplers. I love them. And boys, some of those things are so big, it's just going to be hard to get them done. Here's another Hands Across the Sea. This bag is another Mama Joan. And this one is Harriet Salt. Now that you can buy them all PDFs, I like them, PDF, but I tell you, I really like the booklet, but I don't have to have it. This is I also got this fabric from Sassy Jack's, I do believe. Whatever it is they call for. There's where I am. I think I kitted this up at Sassy Jack's. I think I ordered it online, and I don't know what the fabric is. It's got to be here somewhere. But anyway, I got 2 hanks of the Suave Alger. 943, is that what it is? So that's ready to go. I love Bristol samplers, but I haven't gotten very far on any of them, but I love them. 2 more, looks like. And then I'll be done for today. You think this is bad? All my whips? I have a whole bin of kitted projects. I might do those after I do all my whips. Merrily, merrily, we welcome spring. I started this on Vintage Country Mocha, 40 count. And that's all I got done. Blackbird Designs. I love Blackbird Designs. I finished 3 or 1, 2, yeah, 3 last year, I think. Not as big as this one, but I finished 3. So, my last one in this bin. Roses Blanches. It's the white roses from Reflex de Soie. This is how it looks. This is what it looks like. I've got this on an 18 count Ada. And I'm using B5200. And I think, oh, there goes my papers. I think it looks really good. I definitely need to make some progress on this. Man, I hope these folds will come out of this thing. It's the only trouble with this fabric. You need to... I wish I had a way I could roll it all. But some of these fabrics are so big, unless I put them in something that's not my bag. You know, I can't roll this and then put it in my bag, you know. So that is all the whips I have for you today. I'm not sure how many that is. I'll count them and then maybe put them in the description box so I can keep up with how many I've shown you. I've got another half a bin of this and another partial bin, and then all my sowls. The bin I got that's got a bunch of Quakers, and then a bin in the living room, the ones that I stitch on every now and then. Oh, just so many starts. And then I keep starting more, but I don't know what's my problem. I just like have FOMO, I guess. But anyway, oh crap. Almost knocked my iPad off. That would not be good. So, plans. I'm going to keep working on my sowls. I'm going to try to make time to work on some of these other, you know, whips that I haven't worked on in a while. And so I can try to get some more progress on some of these. Tomorrow I'll work back on One Nation. And we'll see where I go from there. My husband's gonna, like I said, he's got 2 more months to work. Let's see. Yeah, right around 2 months. I'm gonna try to keep making videos occasionally. I don't know how often I'll be able to make one. I'm not making them that often now. Like once a month. I need to make one like at least every couple of days, every couple of weeks. But you know how that goes. It's not really working out for me. But I hope y'all have a good week and a good month. And if all goes well, I'll try to get in here before the end of this month and, you know, give you another update and do some more whips. So y'all take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.